What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Armando Effect. Today we have
Mr. Andres Sanchez.
Sanchez. Welcome, brother.
Thank you very much, bro.
This is our third try.
Third time is the charm.
We've had some technical difficulties in December, but we're back in full effect. How are you, brother?
I'm doing fantastic.
How was your holidays?
Holidays were, very relaxing, I guess, because I have a new baby at home. So
Congratulations
try
again.
to have a little bit of time with the baby, newborn.
Nice.
And then other than that, just full force working since 2026. January
2026
1st.
is going good. How's your year started?
Brother, it's starting out strong when it comes to like the market is moving a lot.
Sure.
As soon as January 3rd, 4th came, I started getting calls, text messages, let's go see this house. And it was just too much to handle, really, because there was clients that they wanted to see houses at the same time. And it was very tough to be able
crazy.
to deal with that.
Yeah. And December was crazy because I tried to stay active all of December.
Yeah.
But yeah, like after the first week of December, even the
tough.
cold calls, nobody was answering.
Nobody.
They checked out. They checked out completely.
Yeah,
And even if you were calling at any time, any day, it didn't matter. They were not. They were not putting up with it.
That's
so,
what's up, baby. But like, man, I'm glad to be back. I mean,
Absolutely.
like Armando said, this is the third time we're doing this.
third time's a charm. If it doesn't work this time,
That's it, brother.
we're not doing it
He
anymore.
doesn't want me on his podcast. I just kind of like, damn, bro, you don't love me.
Yeah, no, we're this is a learning experience as we go.
Of course.
So we're gonna do some adjustments in the next coming months. The quality is gonna get much better. We're gonna buy a couple cameras
Wow.
to have on each angle, more lighting, better mics. Like everything's gonna
What are you
really
saying
get.
is that I'm the guinea pig of this whole entire experiment?
You're the test dummy,
The
pretty
dagger.
much. How's everything? How are your deals going right now?
Brother,
You
so
have a
right-
lot of listings. at
Right
the
now,
moment,
I have a lot of listings. I have a lot of moving parts. However,
Okay.
when it comes to hard contracts at the moment, nothing has materialized. It's the beginning of the year, of course, and what rolled over from 2025 just closed.
Good.
So we're starting that cycle again.
Kind of like from fresh. Okay.
Like right now, I'm dealing with a particular client that if he signs, then we'll start out strong, right? But it's been a week of negotiation, so it's
Part of the game.
tough. Part of the game, and the market shifted again. So we were just in a buyer's market, at the end of 2025. We're still in the buyer's market, but everybody's moving now. So,
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
negotiations are not as large as they were used to at the end of 2025.
Yeah.
I just had a house that I was trying to call to go show. It was listed in the market 4 days ago. It's under contract today.
Wow, that's fast.
I lost that opportunity, not because I wasn't fast enough. It's because I didn't know it was going to be that.
It's a shift, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a
you're
shift.
expecting the house to be on the market for a month, 2 months. What we were expecting in 2025.
25, but now, 4 days in, gone, right?
Yeah,
With a
that's
backup.
insane.
Like,
That's
I was
insane.
late. So,
That's insane.
and then there's another couple of properties that I've been trying to negotiate as well for a client, but people have negotiating higher than what I'm negotiating. So,
Okay.
technically, we're still in a buyer's market, but the market is moving faster than what it was in 2025.
That's good. Are you doing Zillow still?
I'm still doing Zillow.
How's your experience with that right now?
It's not as active as it used to. I mean, of course, we all know what's happening, out there.
Yeah.
It's not a secret. So the tendency of Zillow in itself has completely gone down dramatically.
Sure.
Unless you're a flex agent, you're not seeing that much activity.
They're getting sued because of that, no?
They're getting sued, and it's kind of like starting to be a monopoly in a way that, if they're trying to pretty much monopolize the industry, it may work for maybe a few years.
Yes,
But
yes.
after that, if you don't know who you are truly without Flex or Zillow, you're done.
It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be
You're
a problem.
done.
Yeah, I'm having the same kind of feedback from other people that are using it. I've seen. I mean, my Zillow leads used to be much better, much more prepared people. I feel like they're garbage now.
They're done.
A lot of them. I've even gotten like some that are almost not prank calls, but they seem like they're like prank calls. Like
Yeah.
you're getting the low of the low. Like.
Yeah, unfortunately, Zillow is not doing a great job with that.
Yeah,
I mean, I can
yeah.
say it from experience. When we started, working with them as partners, it was a lot better because you actually felt the support. Now, unless you give your soul to them by becoming a flex agent, you're getting the bottom of the barrel. And
Yeah.
it's been, told a couple times to the supposedly representatives of ours, and unfortunately, they just don't care.
It's true.
So, I'm a firm believer that whether this lawsuit goes one or both ways, the industry will shift.
Sure.
Because the people who are in the game here are Zillow and Compass.
The big ones,
So
yeah.
they're pretty big. It would definitely set the
Who did
standard.
Compass just buy out? They bought out somebody now, no? They're doing like a big deal with.
Yeah, they bought out Anywhere, which basically is a company that owns Sotheby's, Coldwell Bankers, A lot of companies really.
$1 billion deal. I heard
They
so.
just became they just became like a one shop all basically.
That's incredible.
You know, so it's tough to be able to like understand everything if you're not in the industry, but pretty much you know they're trying to become a monopoly.
Sure.
And
Sure.
essentially something has to give. The pendulum swings every so often to every direction, and right now we're kind of like in the crossroads being in Avenue Realty because we are adaptable, which is good, right? Since we're not in this corporate, you know, type of
Not yet,
like,
exactly. We haven't gotten into that.
we are very adaptable to whatever the industry needs for us to be able to continue working, right? So if the pendulum swings one way, let's say Zillow way, we can work with Zillow. If it goes towards what Compass is trying to manipulate to, then we can try to swing that way. Not necessarily become Compass agents, but more towards the mindset of what they're doing.
That structure, the way that they kind of like work things out. And something that we were talking about, Andy, not long ago is the like kind of preparing for 2026.
Yep.
We had kind of and I know you're doing it. I'm doing it with some of my agents too, where you sit down, you kind of do a roadmap for the year,
100%.
so that you kind of like quantify numbers and goals and all that good stuff. How have you been seeing the feedback on that from your agents?
Beautiful.
Do you see them like getting much more motivated now that we're becoming more organized?
Yes.
You
A
know,
lot
and specific.
more motivated because people that obviously want to do good, but they don't know how to actually
Sure.
have something that they can look into. So what I mean by that is that they can go through the entire 2026 year, but they will never be able to say, hey, I don't know what to do. Because it's literally right there what we wrote when
Right.
we first started. Like, there's literally no excuse for you to tell me I don't know what to do. Because
Right.
when I sit down with every of the agents, everybody has specific tasks.
Just step by
and
step. Just step by step.
step. And everybody to meet specific goals, realistic goals. Don't come up to me and say I want to get $1 million.
Yeah, something that's challenging but attainable.
It's challenging for where you're at in your career.
Right.
Right. So if you haven't sold 5 houses, don't tell me that you want to
You wanna
get
sell
$200,000-$300
40 houses.
because you're not there yet.
Exactly. Exactly.
First start with the 100K, then let's go from there.
And onward, exactly.
So but essentially everybody has been very optimistic because they now know what to do. So and they know what to improve on.
Sure. I remember that a lot of this was instilled. Obviously we know that organization is key here.
Correct.
But I saw it a lot, like actually in real time when we did the UWM trip up to up north. I mean, these people are so organized and so like by the book. They do roadmaps. They do everything is mapped. There's nothing that's left to chance.
Correct.
There's nothing, and that's important. I've realized that I've gotten much more organized since that trip as well, with my
100%.
Excels, with my CRMs, where like nothing is left to just hope or chance. You quantify things,
Correct.
by numbers, by technique. Okay, you have to make this many calls. You have to make this many open houses, et cetera, et cetera. And you've seen good positive feedback from your agents.
Yes, 100%. So I literally just put 5 days out there with my schedule open for them to be able to do the one-on-ones with me. But I was very clear. I'm taking 5 days, 4 or 5 days for you guys. It's up to
Okay.
you whether you want to or not. Now, mind you, I will take as much effort to be there for you guys as much as you take effort
As you
to
get
be
back,
with me.
that's what I'm telling them too.
If you guys don't go within those 5 days, it's because you didn't want to.
100%.
So I
100%.
gave them that chance because ideally that's how you filter out who wants it more than others.
Exactly.
Time is money.
Time is money.
So especially in our industry, if I'm gonna take out my time to specifically, have those one-on-ones with you guys better be there at the same time because everybody has the same time.
And not say I'm gonna be there, then you don't show up, then you reschedule, you do it again. Everybody has problems. I get it. Life happens. But like Andres said, time is money, and we have our own deals going on too. So
100%.
that's something that I think they need to be mindful of. Agents need to, and I tell them the same thing. I'll give you whatever you give me. If I see that you're very active, that you're on
You'll
point,
get my
you're coming,
full effort.
you're gonna get my full effort.
100%. And it's not that about favoritism.
It's
not that.
absolutely not.
It's about effort and will.
Sure.
Like if I see you working your butt off all day, every day, and you haven't materialized anything, but you're there, then you do deserve, if I have an extra lead or a client that I can't, definitely work with at the moment because I'm working with something else, then you would be the person.
You deserve that
deserving
attention.
for that.
It's not favoritism. It's just prioritizing, right?
Prioritizing your effort.
Exactamente. Like
it's not
who's
the
really
same- yeah, it's not the
giving you
same-
the biggest bang for your buck. You
Correct,
know?
because it's not the same you staying at home and then texting me, hey, I have nothing to do. Do you have a lead for me?
Exactly.
Then you being at the office trying to call, trying to do this, and nothing working, but you're working, and then me coming up to you and be like, hey, listen, you know what? I got this extra lead. Try to work it. Let's work it together.
Going back to that, going into the office, very important. Something that we've been kind of like trying to instill into our agents.
Yes.
Working from home, okay, you can do that a day, but it's not the same.
It's not.
There's too many distractions. The environment is not set up to produce.
Correct.
It just really isn't. So the right way to do things is to be in the office.
Yes.
Like you said, we're more accessible in the office as well. Even if we're out on the street, sometimes we always touch base in the home base, which is the office, So that's very important. I've been trying to instill it into my agents. If you want to be active, you need to come into the office.
100%. And at the end of the day, obviously, we're producers as well. We're not just brokers that stay behind the back.
Exactly.
So like what ends up happening is that you will see us on the road a lot, but that doesn't mean that we're not
Available. We're not exactly.
Because at the end of the day, we're brokers, and we're gonna come to those agents in need. But I'm not gonna lose out on the other side of my production, which is also important.
Which is your bread and butter.
It all comes down. If you're putting maximum effort to be able to be with me, I'm gonna put maximum effort.
The same back.
But don't expect me to answer every single call if you're just working from home and you're never at the office.
It's also not fair for the agents that are giving their all.
Yeah.
If we give too much attention to somebody who's kind of laid back, is not really doing much, we take away attention from the ones that really do deserve, our full attention, all the lessons, all the learning, all the leads, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
If you can hear in the back, they're doing like a Porsche event here. I don't know. It may come out on the mics. It's beautiful out there. You saw the cars out there.
Those cars are amazing.
We're gonna be here tomorrow. Today's Friday. We're gonna be here tomorrow doing cold calls. We're gonna open up the doors, bring some food, kind of make it like a fun Saturday, a fun, productive networking, cold calling.
Oh, Bobby, of course.
We're looking for business everywhere, all the time.
All the time. It never stops. Whether it's being networking events, whether it just be even on vacations, really.
Okay.
If a conversation strikes out, whenever we go snowboarding,
there's always something. Listen, our trips are funny because we'll be on the trip and everybody's on the phone.
Yeah.
Everybody, right? Like, you can't even get mad. We even say, guys, we can't get mad because everybody's doing their deals, doing their leads, following up, whatever it may be. So you're on the trip, you're having a good time, but you see this person, they step out really quick from the restaurant.
Yeah.
They take a second. It's always happened.
Always.
It always happens.
Always. Whether it's in New York or whether it's in the mountains.
North Carolina, Colorado, wherever it is. Are you going on that trip next weekend?
Brother, it seems to be a yes.
Yeah? Okay.
So I'm just trying to see how I can make it
happen. How you organize everything.
Yeah.
Yandy, so, okay, really quick, before we kind of like wrap this up, for new agents, right? And I've been trying to bring in these podcasts a lot of value to the new ones, giving them a reality check, because I think sometimes people from the outside see the industry and they don't really understand it until they're really in.
Correct.
Any advice that you have for new agents? I always ask this question because everybody has their own take on it, and I think it's good for them to know like different perspectives so they can kind of understand what's out there.
100%.
What would you say to a new agent that's starting, aside from showing up to the office, being consistent? Is there anything that you would think stands out that would make an agent actually like succeed,
Yeah, bro. Patience. Because without patience, you're not going to be able to survive in this industry.
100%.
What I mean by that is that everybody thinks that they can quit their 9-to-5 job, become a real estate agent, and then a month from then, get your first paycheck. That ain't going to happen. And the reason being is because of the fact that
Joe's in the back because he did do that.
He did do that.
He started within a month. He started full time.
The reason being is because it takes time,
it does,
to be able to get in the cycle, understand
build your brand,
the
build
industry,
your name.
build your pipeline, and then of course close your first deal. Now, obviously, the general average, closed deals are 6 months, as you know.
Yeah.
Whatever you close
for starters,
today,
you're saying like for starters.
Whatever you close today.
Or like in general, because of the follow-ups and all that. Exactly, 100%.
So don't, so that's one of the key misconceptions of real estate.
100%.
I'm gonna be a real estate agent, and within a month, I'm gonna get my first paycheck.
It happens sometimes, but it's the exception and not the rule.
Exactly.
I think that's a big one with the follow-ups and all that. Like most deals, Joe and I have a few that we're trying to get listed. It's like a constant follow-up. So you might have made contact in November, and you're not really going to list or close until March or April, and especially in this market, which is so competitive. It's kind of gotten a little stagnant,
Yeah.
So again, patience is a really good one. We had Sam on here this week that, she was saying the grind, the hustle, and they kind of go hand in hand, right?
100%.
Because you're taking the action, but at the same time, you have to have your right expectations. So as you're acting, you have to know, just because I'm doing a lot doesn't mean that in a week I'm going to be successful.
Correct.
They go hand in hand. you know?
No, and you have to be available as well.
Yes.
A lot of other people think that, oh, I'm gonna become a real estate agent because I'm gonna make my own time. No. You actually lose time, and the reason why is because now you became a self-employed individual, which is 24/7.
24/7.
Now you don't have a set time of work. It's not from 9 to 5. Now it's a 24/7 grind. Why? Because you can be out there in a restaurant eating with your family.
What we talked about,
and your
exactly.
client is calling you right now.
You got to take the call.
You got to take the call, because if you don't, someone else will.
Somebody else will.
So unfortunately, those are the two things that most people don't understand, that in this industry, availability and patience.
What do you usually, just a little piggyback on that, your follow-ups, right? Like, let's say the availability and all that, on a hot lead, right? What is typically your follow-up time? Like, do you follow up with them once a week? Do you follow up with them? Let's say you're not under contract. Let's say it's a buyer that shows some interest, or maybe a seller that shows some interest to list. How often would you suggest to new agents, to the agents that are out there, to follow up? I know that that's a case by case, by the way, but in general, like a general rule of thumb.
Character of the client.
Sure, because you don't want to like scare them too off if they're too much if they're one of those.
If the client is very receptive to you talking to them,
Yeah.
then I would say maybe 2 times a week.
Sure.
If he's not, one or even once, like once a week or even once every 2 weeks, because those are the type of clients that they don't like to be talked to.
You may scare them away, yeah.
Unless they talk to you. So you may want to you gotta decide for that, but on your own. There's no
Like set rule. And one thing is, the lead is never dead, right? So even if the client, this is something that I've been implementing a lot more. Even if they stopped answering or backed away a little bit, I always, even if I pull back on the constant follow-ups, I still follow up.
100%.
Until I die, I'm gonna keep following up with the client, right? It's till the very end. So that's how you build these long-term relationships, because again, as Andy said, it's not something that closes overnight. Sometimes these are 6 months to a year deals, and that's how people are like, wow, this person's very successful. Yeah, but they don't see that that person's been working those leads.
It happened to me last year. I closed a really big deal last year where it was back to back. So my client sold to purchase, but in one of the selling part, I was represented on both sides, right? Beautiful, big check there, and then another check for the property that he purchased. That's great. Everybody saw that success. What they don't know is that deal actually took 2 years to manifest.
There you go.
Not only because I had to get that person to trust me enough to list his house with me, but at the same time to trust me enough to be able to help them with
On the other
purchase.
side, exactly.
And the reason being is because they had a realtor in their family.
That's a tough one.
So it's a tough one because everybody here in Miami is a realtor.
Yeah.
But not everybody that is a
He's a realtor.
is a realtor.
Exactly.
So
If you know, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
people who are in the industry will know. There's realtors and then there's realtors.
so big check there, but nobody saw the 2 years worth of.
That you had to do to get that check.
2 years, not
Exactly.
one,
Exactly.
2.
When you put the time and everything in, in it, it was, you earned that big check.
Yeah,
100%.
It would
So
equate to what you would do.
it's happened to me a lot with the Zillow leads and all that. Like, you'll get a lead in January, it's touch up, and until like August, September, we don't do anything, we don't close, we don't do anything. So long story short, guys, keep grinding, keep being patient, keep your head down, keep it going, and it'll work out.
Yes, sir.
Awesome, brother.
Very happy that I got to do the third.
This time we're gonna look. The mics are still on, so it's looking good. It's looking
My
good.
mic is actually not on.
No way.
It turned off.
Well, listen. Hopefully it catches it with mine. No. Anyways, just in case, have a beautiful 2026, Andy. Wishing you the best, and if anything, we'll do this a fourth time.
Fourth time is the charm.
All right, guys. Peace.